You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got your Days of Our Lives next 2 weeks ahead spoilers. That's for June 5th all the way through June 16th. We've got very specific dated spoilers for the first week, and then we've got some very exciting but undated spoilers for the second week. And we're going to go through and share those all with you right now. But first, reach down and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Y&R. Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Bold and Beautiful, all your favorite soaps right here on Soap Dirt at YouTube. All right, let's dig in. Monday, June 5th on Days of Our Lives, Season 58, Episode 186. We are going to see Chloe ranting to Xander, and it is about Gwen. Now that Chloe is working for Gwen, you can bet that things get unpleasant fast. Gwen is eaten up with jealousy that Chloe is living with hunky dandy Xandy. And this isn't going to go very well, but it should be very interesting. We're also going to see Jada Hunter dropping in on Sloan Petersen, and Sloan isn't happy to see her. Sloan is frantic. She wants her brother found and taken back into custody safely. She doesn't want him to wind up shot just because he's making dumb choices. Meanwhile, on Monday, Leo Stark is scared that Colin Bedford is going to come for him, and he runs to his buddy Gwen. Remember, Leo and Colin ran into each other in the park. Leo wanted to get Colin's story. Colin is threatening him. It's all very scary for little Leo, aka Lady Whistleblower. Also, the paternity test results are in. Caleb Brady shows up to say whether it's Eric or EJ that is the father of Nicole's baby. And guess what? The test results say that Eric is not a match. Now, of interest is that EJ wasn't ever tested. So I wonder if they will test EJ, because we did speculate that they might do something weird and they might get Nicole pregnant with twins, with one as Eric for the dad and one has EJ for a dad, much how Sammy has twins with two different dads, Lucas and EJ. And wouldn't that be freaky and weird if they did it? So it is interesting because a script leaked with Jessica Serfati, who plays Sloan Petersen, and this was a script for months down the road where she was asking him if the baby is okay, and he says, yes, I checked on him, her. I don't remember if it was a him or her. So it definitely seems like there is a baby in Eric's life, and Sloan isn't pregnant as far as we know. And if she is, it would be really bizarre because she was getting her pills refilled, and at any rate, we'll have to wait and see. But there is a baby in Eric's life, according to this leak. So I'm just wondering if there's some sort of twist, and Days loves their twists. Also on Monday, Megan thinks her son Dimitri von Leuschner should marry his adoptive aunt, Kristen DiMera, because if he gets married before he turns 40, he gets a pile of cash, and Megan wants the money. And we're going to see that Dimitri thinks that maybe Gwen might be more interesting than Kristen. So that's a lot of fun. Tuesday on Days of Our Lives, June 6th, Season 58, Episode 187, Talia talks to Ray Fernandez and tells him she's so sorry about what she has done and how she deceived him, and of course that he wound up sick off the biscuits. We're also going to see Gwen catching up with her former co-conspirator, Kristen DiMera, and Jada decides to interrogate Leo about his run-in with Colin. Will she get some good info from him? That same day, Sean Brady snaps at his wife, Belle Black. He is torn up about having shot his dad, Bo Brady, and he's behaving badly. Plus, Chloe Lane has a reason to slap Xander. Is this about the kiss they shared? The kiss looked consensual, and it looked pretty hot too, I might say. So I wonder why she pops him. Wednesday, June 7th on Days of Our Lives is episode 188 of season 58, and Colin scares Talia when he corners her. Of course, Talia makes bail, and Chanel Dupree is furious that she got out after everything she did, but she does make bail. But then Colin, who's still on the loose, catches up with her, and Talia is terrified that he's going to kill her. Tripp tells Wendy Shin what he wants, and it sounds like what he wants is her. Meanwhile, nutty nurse Whitley tries to make Abe Carver comfortable in her hideous apartment full of cat tchotchkes. toys, and that's a whole lot of fun. Plus, Julie Williams takes a moment to comfort Paulina Price, who is devastated that Abe is still missing. Meanwhile, someone calls in a tip about Abe to the Salem Police Department, but I actually don't think it's a legit tip. I think this might be Colin messing with Paulina, but we'll see. Thursday, June 8th on Days of Our Lives is season 58, episode 189. Johnny DiMera did not show up for a date with Wendy Shen. She thinks he just abruptly stood her up, and so he has to explain himself. Plus, Jada and Sloan commiserate about the consequences facing their siblings, Talia and Colin. Of course, they both care about them, and neither one of them had any idea what these two were up to. So maybe Jada has decided to stop being so crappy to Sloan when she is just collateral damage along with the detective. Plus, Colin says he knows where Abe has gone to, and Paulina wants answers. Also, Paulina goes missing, and Chanel panics. So that's interesting. And Whitley keeps Abe isolated so that he can't reach out to anyone. Then, as the week closes on Days of Our Lives on Friday, June 9th, it's episode 190 of season 58. And we are going to see Leo and Gwen talking about what they hope for in the future and people that they've loved and lost. We are also going to see Roman telling Kate that he and John Black and Patch are going to make every effort to find Abe. Meanwhile, Nurse Whitley is stunned to see that she has a new patient. It looks like Paulina collapses. Now, is she taking care of Paulina at the hospital, or did she somehow wind up with Paulina at her crazy cat cabin too? Meanwhile, Abe is brain-addled, and when Rafe shows up at the door, he won't let him in. And we are going to see Kate Roberts offering Harris Michaels a job. Plus, Gwen has an interview with Dimitri von Leuschner, and he is taking a close look at her because, remember, he needs a wife to get his fortune. And while he doesn't want to link up with Kristen, maybe he thinks the brunette Brit is more his speed. Then, as we go into the second week on Days of Our Lives, which runs from Monday, June 12th through Friday, June 16th, we've got Chad DiMera marking a very sad anniversary. That is the 1-year anniversary of the death of his beloved wife, Abigail Devereaux DiMera. She died on June 13th, 2022, and you probably remember that Clyde Weston is the one who killed her. And it has been a full year. And, maybe Chad has some guilt because he's deeply involved with Stephanie Johnson at this point. Maybe he thinks a year wasn't enough. We'll have to see how his emotions land with these scenes. Plus, we have got Bonnie blabbing to Justin Kiriakis, and no doubt it is about Sarah Horton's pregnancy. And I have to wonder if they are thinking about telling Xander because Xander is family. Plus, Megan Hathaway reaches out to Lee Shen. She wants Dimitri to marry Kristen so that he can get this big inheritance, but he's checking out Gwen instead. So I'm wondering if Megan is going to turn around and try to fix up Lee Shen with Kristen to help their DiMera takeover plans. And maybe Lee would like that because it would allow him to kind of get some revenge on Gabby and Stefan. Also, we're seeing Maggie Horton making an offer to Xander Cook. I'm wondering if she is going to try and hire him to replace Alex. We're going to talk about that more in just a second. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and other updates. All right, so I also wonder if Xander comes to see Maggie at the house, because if he is at the Kiriakis mansion, that is an opportunity for him to run into Justin and Bonnie and them to think about telling him about Sarah's pregnancy, or he could overhear Justin and Bonnie talking, because obviously this baby news needs to come out soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.